What's going on, guys? I did this wrong again. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Class vs. Crass, the Nintendo Enthusiast Nintendo podcast. Joining me tonight, as usual, is the Crassy Shawn Long. How's it going, man?
It's not bad. I just ashed all over myself, and that kind of sucks. But other than that, I'm doing okay, and I might have slept a little too late.
Just a bit. Cutting it a bit close tonight.
I needed my nap.
So you're going to be full of energy just like last time?
Yes!
Great. I'm full of energy. I'm healed up. I'm not sick anymore. I'm back to hosting this show. As you can see, whole new set. I'm finally set up. Got cool little things here. Got the signs on the wall. Things are coming. Indie Corner's coming back next week with a slight twist. Lots of good stuff. So how are you guys all doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to cover. As usual, the format of the show goes as follows. First, Shawn and I go over what have you been playing, and that's where we talk about what Nintendo games we've been playing over the past week. Then we go over the major headlines in Nintendo news over the last week. And finally, we go into some Nintendo fan highlights, where we feature a few Nintendo fans in the Nintendo community. And last, we go into the topics and questions where you guys can toss up your questions and topics to us. We bounce them back between us. We have some fun with it. And hopefully one of us looks like an idiot on camera. Sound good to you, Shawn?
Yeah, it sounds great. Awesome.
All right. So let's get started with what have you been playing?
I played Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I've been playing Final Fantasy Explorers, which I need to do my review of after this show. I have been playing... actually, I've been playing some PSP lately with
what now?
Sneaky. The PlayStation Portable.
Oh.
Not the most legal way. And I'm playing some Atari 7800. I bought an Atari 7800 kind of on accident, and I got it and I've started playing it.
Nice. How are you finding that, the Atari?
Well, it's not. It was supposed, it's a slight step below the NES. I don't like the joystick controller, but what's nice about it is you can plug in a Genesis controller and it works with most games, and it's backwards compatible with the whatchamacallit, the 28 or 2600. So it's not bad. I mean, it's nothing. I might do something on the side channel about it one day, but it's not that bad.
Awesome. So let's get into Paper Mario. Paper Mario was the big Nintendo release of the past week. You've played it, you reviewed it, I played it, so there were some parts of it you didn't like so much.
Yeah, all the Toad stuff. I didn't like that. I thought it was unnecessary padding. It's a game that doesn't need padding, yet they padded it. I didn't really understand that.
Now, before I share my opinion, I just want to say to anyone in the chat who has not had the chance to get the new Mario and Luigi Paper Jam game, totally go for it. Shawn gave it an 8 out of 10 on his review of Nintendo Enthusiasts. I love it. I recommend it. I think I enjoyed it more than Shawn. So hopefully you have played and you know what we're talking about here with the Toad segments, collecting paper toads. Shawn thinks it was way too much padding. I thought it was good, though. Like... The game did have a lot. In your review, I do agree that it was trying to do way too much. There was so many different elements, it was crazy. But the Paper Toads felt... It added more flavors. And all the Paper Toad missions were very different from one another, so you never knew what to expect. And I like how they had even the Paper Toad house where you go and that's where you actually get your missions, and you can do as many as you want, then you can unlock hard mode, and then you get a badge, and you unlock more stuff. You didn't like any... I know you hated the time-based one, but you didn't like the other stuff?
Not really. Also, make me a mod. I'm not a mod for some reason.
I am.
I mean, I didn't dislike it. It was okay, but I did not like the ones that were not based on minigames at all.
Not like the ones based on minigames. Which ones were those?
The ones where they weren't mini games. I was just like, okay, go find these little toad assholes, and it's like, come on, dude, like, this is stupid.
So you probably played it a little bit more than, like, you got further than I did, obviously.
Yeah.
Do they just keep throwing that at you, like, every time? Okay, now we need 40 paper toes, now we need 60, 80, 100, it just keeps
It
going?
didn't really go up in quantity. It was just, I don't know. It's just, I just didn't understand why it was a necessary thing to keep doing.
Mm-hmm. So
But,
that,
you know,
yeah, I think that's, it all depends on who's playing it, because like I said, I enjoyed it. But that aside, you've played Mario and Luigi Dream Team, correct?
yes.
How did you feel it compared to that?
I liked Dream Team better, but some people don't. I mean, it's very subjective. You know, some days maybe I would like Paper Jam better. It just kind of depends on the day, you know. But you know, they're both awesome games. I love that series is an amazing series that I would love to see. I mean, as much as I like the Paper Mario series, I would love to see this series on a console.
Absolutely. There you go, you're a moderator now. I don't understand why we haven't seen a console version of it. It's been an amazing series. I've only played two in the franchise. I played Bowser's Inside Story and Paper Jam.
That was so good.
It was awesome because you actually got to play as Bowser. It was a story of Bowser.
Yeah.
But I still prefer Paper Jam over Bowser's Inside Story.
No.
What did you feel Bowser's Inside Story did better?
I just thought it was a better game in general. No fluff. I thought the writing was a little better. Yeah, I mean, my main beef with, and it was more streamlined, because my main beef with Paper Jam was that there's too much stuff going on.
Yeah, one second
And
you're
Toads.
chasing Nabbit, then collecting toads, then you're fighting on big paper monsters or paper crafts, then there's the whole amiibo functionality tossed in there, which I'm starting to feel amiibo are getting annoying.
They've always been annoying.
We know that you've hated them since the beginning. I thought it was very clever how they did it in Smash Brothers. Amiibo support in Smash Brothers was good. And what you saw in Captain Toad, that was good too. And it's just been, even Mario Kart was good, but what they're doing in their more recent titles, it's more annoying than anything.
I agree.
Like, I don't know about everyone else here in the chat, but I personally don't want to be playing with a pile of amiibo next to me, and I'm playing my game, and I gotta stop to pick up this toy, put it on there, wait till it gets red, take it off, do a few things, put it back on to save to the amiibo, and just keep doing that. That's not fun, and Nintendo usually understands what fun is. So
Yeah, it's that. To me, they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do as far as the future with it, as far as connectivity versus a toy. So
yeah, I understand that they're exploring, but don't stop. To continue with what we have been playing, I finally got into Xenoblade because Mr. Shawn's package arrived at my place this week after a month of waiting.
No, a timely man. I can't be held responsible for Canadian shipping.
But when you ship it a week ago, after telling me a month ago it was on the way,
I get lost in time sometimes.
I want
today.
I do want to point out Nintendo Love is saying Amiibo is optional with lots of exclamation marks. And while that's fair to say that, hey, why hate on Amiibo when it's optional, you don't need to play it, it's annoying because when you're playing the game, they make sure to show you, which is good, because they're like, hey, this is a feature, it's optional, play with it if you don't, or if you do. But it's just, if you do choose to do it, I find it annoying. And I think they can do a better job, because they showed that they did in the earlier games.
Yeah, I agree.
So Xenoblade's pretty fun.
Yeah, where have you been?
Sitting by a mailbox. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. I just got into chapter 2, and like that's pretty much when they take off your training wheels, I think. And they're like,
Yeah,
go do what you want. And now I don't know what to do. So
whatever.
what do you
Have
need?
fun.
What do you do? Like, what did you do once you picked your
God, come on.
class?
That was
Like,
November.
but you don't you don't remember? You just explore. Like, oh, I'm just gonna plant a probe. I'm just gonna kill this dude. I'm just like, is that all you do?
I don't specifically remember what I did in Chapter 2. No, I do not.
Well, I'm not saying specifically in Chapter 2. I'm saying when you were sent out free. Anyways, speaking about Amiibo, I think this is a good segue because Twilight Princess, lots of news that was released. Twilight Princess HD. Specifically, we got a whole new Amiibo trailer last week showing that Ganondorf, you can use the Ganondorf Amiibo to basically make the game harder where you take double the damage. It also changes the color of your hearts. You can also use Zelda Amiibo to heal yourself. You can use the Link Amiibo to replenish your arrows and bombs.
Yep.
And you can use the Wolf Link Amiibo to unlock a special dungeon. Is that correct?
Yes. A special dungeon that you can only beat Wolf Link in.
Which, didn't that exist in the original?
No. There was a special... there's like a special, like, trial dungeon. I think there's like 50 layers, but it's not... If I'm calling it right, you're not Wolf Link only.
Yeah.
You could be regular.
True. So now we're getting a whole new world, a whole new dungeon, a challenge cave, as just the wolf.
Yes.
So that's interesting, but that really changes. Again, it's optional, so who cares? But what do you feel about it? I've been talking a lot.
I feel that my fire alarm is making a chirping noise, so I need to turn that off in a second, which I will do after I complete this question. It's a twofold thing. To me, I want Amiibo to be worthwhile, so I don't...
What are you doing?
I'm packing some cigarettes.
It looks like you're jerking it.
Maybe I am, to the sound of my fire alarm chirping. So I want Amiibo to be functional. I don't give a shit what they look like. I mean, all that stuff. So that's cool to me, because to me, a lot of people are gonna buy the bundle anyways. I think it sucks for people who don't pick up the bundle that they won't be able to play it. But I mean, you have to give some sort of incentive for Amiibo owners, or else what's the point of buying the stupid things, you know? Like,
well, the main reason people have been buying them is for a collector's purpose, to get your shelves looking beautiful with Nintendo characters.
Yeah, which I don't care about. If I'm gonna buy something, I want it to be useful. You know, I don't buy things just to... It's not like I buy video games just to put them on a bookshelf, you know.
You have 3 or 4 bookshelves full of retro games that you could all get virtual copies of and play them off a hard drive.
Well, I do have them all on a hard drive. I have a modded Xbox that has like every system and every game on it, but it's not the same. And it's 3 bookshelves, and I need to assemble my 4th because I have so much shit coming in. But yeah, so me personally, I think it's okay. I don't mind the Wolf Link specific dungeon. The other Amiibo functionality is fine. You know, you tap it, you get some hearts. You tap it, you get some arrows. You tap Ganondorf, you get more of a challenge or something. Like, that's cool to me. Like, that's decent functionality. You got to remember, a lot of people own those. Are, you know,
well, Link is the best-selling Amiibo.
Yeah.
Don't fall there.
Wow, my chair just did something bad. But yeah, so, you know, that's fine to me. You
don't feel that Link Amiibo is a little bit overpowered? Like, oh, I'm dying. Bloop, bloop.
It's on how you use it. If somebody wants to use them for a thing like that, then more power to you. It just means you suck at video games.
Yeah, but doesn't it kind of defeat the point of potions? Like, I don't know if there's a rule that you can only do it once or something.
I'm sure there's going to be some sort of limit. Like, what every, you know, hour of gameplay or something like that. I don't know. That would be... Oh, that's kind of an interesting thing.
What Alexander's saying?
Yeah, I would be totally cool with that, Alexander. Honestly, Yeah, see, Link Amiibo only works once a day if he recalls correctly. So,
True.
like, it's not like you could just spam it, like, you know. 'Cause that's how you would do it. Like,
With that noise, right?
yeah.
Every guy playing, or every guy or girl playing Twilight Princess, that's how they plop their amiibos. But yeah, to give some reference to anyone who missed the comment, Alexander said, here's a good idea. Why not include a virtual console game with every amiibo? I think that's a fantastic idea, especially when you consider the price of the amiibo. I see Shawn's running off for his fire thing. That to me, that would be a amazing value, because a virtual console game goes from anywhere from $5 to $10. Even if you increase the value of the amiibo by $3-4 and you toss that in, I think that would still be an awesome value. Sell me an amiibo for $20, give me a virtual console game with it, sure.
Yeah, no, I don't think I should change the price. $15 or whatever they are, $13.
Well,
make it 13 to 15.
See, this is when Amiibo came out here in Canada. We were paying the same price as you guys because our currency was the same. This is my latest Amiibo right here, Shovel Knight, which we'll get back to in a sec. This guy cost me $20. Like in Canadian dollars, that's nothing in US dollars. But it's just like we felt the pain here of seeing the price of Amiibo increase, and it's ridiculous. Like $13-14, I feel okay with that. $20, starting to push it.
That's because your dollar sucks ass.
It does.
I thought your prime minister was a cool guy. I'm just telling him to work on that.
Well, you can't turn things overnight, you know.
If I could turn back time.
Donna. Oh, speaking of which, you just reminded me of a really of a little segment I need to show people later.
Share? We're going to talk about Share, everyone.
No, it's not going to be Share. Actually, it's a little bit better than Share. Let's see if I can get this up here. Where would I put this so that you guys can see it? Hold on. I put this together and I thought you guys might appreciate seeing this. You remember this, Shawn, probably. Just check.
What am I looking at?
Just wait. Check the YouTube chat.
Let's see. There's a golden Mario amiibo isn't worth $200, or else I'd sell it. I would sell mine in a second. What is this?
You remember the Nom Nom video?
Oh God, come on.
Someone I requested I put on Class vs. Crass. So, okay, I took it
The
off.
other one was better.
Which one?
The random thing I sent you when you were asking me what this is. And I was like, here, I don't know what this is. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, okay, this is great.
That was random. But yeah, okay, so I hope you enjoyed the Nom Nom. But the next piece of headline, which was ridiculous. I don't even know why we're going to talk about this, but holy hell, there's a lot of rumors going around about the NX.
No, let's talk about Paper Mario next.
You want to talk about... Okay. Lead us into that topic.
So, allegedly, a Paper Mario game is being made for the Wii U. It's pretty far along in development, and there's a bunch of sources on it.
Still a rumor, though. Still just a rumor.
It's still a rumor, but I think it's true, just because of the people involved, and maybe someone has talked to them off the record about things. So yeah.
So that's it. There's a Paper Mario Wii U rumor, and for some reason it seems more credible than everything else. I don't know. And that's coming out this summer. Oh. That would be interesting. That would be interesting because we're already almost in February. So why do you think we wouldn't have heard of this if it's coming out this summer?
All you gotta do is do a direct and be like, coming out this summer, Paper Mario for the Wii U. Join a new Paper Mario adventure with Bowser. He captures the princess.
Again. Like I felt.
It might be like Sticker Star.
I didn't even touch that just from hearing how bad it was.
It's bad. I got it for like $8 and I was like, sucks. It's just too easy. It's like Paper Mario for like 2-year-olds. The Paper Mario series is awesome. The Wii one was phenomenal. That was one of the best Wii games that that nobody really gives
I
credit to, in my opinion.
I hated that. I hated the villain in the Wii one. What was it called? Just Super Paper Mario, I think.
Yeah, that was the one. That was awesome.
Yeah, is that the one where the enemy is Black, Count Black?
It's-
And he tries to marry the princess? God, I hated the writing in that game. It was just...
What?
It was so annoying.
What's wrong with you?
The villains, they were so annoying. It was... Or maybe... I just remember I hated that game for the story. Like, anytime someone was talking, I was just like, shut up, let me get back to fighting. Because that was the only part I enjoyed in that game.
No, I love that. I love the writing in that game. It was very funny.
Ugh. Don't remind me. So yeah, that'd be cool. Paper Mario on the Wii U, I'd be down for that. We definitely need more titles for the Wii U. It's actually looking pretty grim so far beyond Star Fox, which is April, March, April.
I don't know. I've heard things
What'd you hear?
about Star Fox.
That it's not good? Whoa, you can't just say that.
I just heard that. Yeah.
What did you hear? Stop giving us blue balls.
I can't really say, but
You-
I just heard that hopefully, from what I heard, hopefully they're doing their best with this delay.
So are you
Even though they're
saying...
running out of time.
Are you saying they're not trying to polish it off, but they screwed up and they're trying to fix it? Is that the reason for the delay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. Evidently, the criticisms from E3 were not fixed. They were made worse.
No, come on, Nintendo.
I mean, once again, this is just hearsay from a friend of mine who has a lot of sources and information and whatnot.
You and your birdies.
But yeah, I have lots of friends. I don't ever talk about them. But yeah, you know, hopefully everything will be rectified and everything. But
Yeah.
well, you got to remember, cumulative is not. I guess it is a Platinum Games game, but at the end of the day, it's a Nintendo game. So Nintendo has the final say, not Platinum Games.
I don't know. I think this is the case where, from what I've seen of Star Fox Zero, where the gamepad actually hindered it. Like, they tried so hard to make this the gamepad game. Like, they were trying so hard to have a game that gave the gamepad a purpose that they might have hurt it. Like, they've had such a successful library on the Wii U of exclusives that didn't put that much emphasis on the gamepad that were good. I don't think the gamepad needed to be this revolutionary thing like the Wiimote was. It was fine as being a nice add-on where there's not a hell of a lot of focus on it. And regardless of what all the we all know the marketing was bad. We all know that, you know, the gamepad pushed up the price, and so you needed a game to justify it. But I think, you know, when you're playing Black Flag or Wind Waker and you've got that extra map and you've got the menu item and just having that, you know, added, it's like a luxury gaming accessory. And I think that they should just leave it like that. Don't try to be fancy with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I really hope it turns itself around and there is a positive resolution for it. But, you know, who knows?
Who knows? So before you cut me off, we were about to dive into more rumors. Speaking of the Paper Mario rumors. NX rumors. There's always plenty of those to grab around the interwebs. And the latest one, pretty funny. The NX is going to be talking with the PlayStation 4. They're going to be buddies. And it's going to be running at 900 pixels resolution. This is all rumor. Don't quote me on this. And the very latest rumor that just came out in the last few days is that it would be released in the next 12 months, according to GameStop. Did I miss anything?
No, you're pretty spot on.
All right, so let's hear it. Where do you see?
The GameStop thing. Now that to me is probably true, solely because every other piece of hardware that was listed on that is coming out within the next, or scheduled to come out within the next 12 months. So yeah, I still firmly believe we'll see it in winter of 2016. The 900p thing, I don't know. That seems oddly specific because you don't. Although a lot of Xbox One games run at 900p, you don't plan for that. Like that's not a standard. That's not a standard resolution that you would go, okay, this is going to be our max. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Especially when the Wii U is at 1080p.
Right. So, like, I don't know. That seems silly to me. Maybe if it's a hybrid thing, the 900p could be for the handheld portion of it, and then I think most people would be happy with that, considering that the Wii U gamepad outputs at 480p, and that still looks pretty damn gorgeous most of the time. So that's cool. The PS4 thing. I'm gonna go off the cuff a little bit.
Go for it.
This PS4 thing really pisses me off because I got a very credible source that gave me a rumor that it would be behind closed doors at CES 2016, and people got pissed at me and called me a liar that I made it up and shit. But I don't see anyone going, "Oh, it's gonna work with the PlayStation 4? That's a load of malarkey." Like, all of a sudden, like, that's okay. But the fact that it's at a developers conference that the Wii U was shown at in 2012 behind closed doors, at the same time, released that year, and nobody knew about it till like a month after the fact. That's bullshit. But a PS4 connectivity? Sure, that'll work. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That's the stupidest shit in the entire world. Why in the name of God would a Nintendo system work with a Sony system?
I think that there is some credibility to that claim.
How?
We are going into a world where everything is more and more connected, correct? Everything's connected to the internet, right?
To the internet, yes.
Yeah. So Nintendo, we already know, are heading into the cloud, more into cloud services. You're going to have the Nintendo account, that's it, right? Correct?
Yes.
So, you could technically connect to your Nintendo account through a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One through the browser, right?
Okay.
So through that, someone could say there's connectivity there. And I think that's the limit of what you're going to see from connectivity.
Okay, but that's stupid. I could go on Nintendo.com on a PS4. Does that mean it's connected to Nintendo?
No, but saying that it does makes for a good news story. And if you're desperate for traffic on your site, why not run it that way?
Okay, Sonic on a Nintendo system is completely different because Sega got out of the hardware market.
Right.
If Nintendo got out of the hardware market, sure. Then yeah, I could see connected. There's not going to be no. And if there is, it's to the extent of what you did, which is nothing.
So we got D players saying it's an analyst's prediction. Was it their prediction that this would be connected to?
I didn't read the story, so I don't even. I just read the headline and I was like, "Fuck this!" So I never even read the story. Like,
Malik is saying Class vs. Crass is not a family show. If you, the Crass side tends to swear a lot. Yes, so.
Alec, you can watch my personal videos on the retro channel. I'm not very friendly on there either. Sometimes I'm friendly.
I think if Nintendo has created a platform that is easily accessible, and we don't even know what they're going to do with it, but if it's accessible through any browser, and depending on what you can do, if you can play little mini browser games, I don't know, that sounds stupid, but I think that, you can technically experience some Nintendo service on your rival consoles. I think that will be a reality. But I don't think you're going to see anything like Link or a Zelda game on PS4 or Xbox One. Like, that's ridiculous. Or you're not going to be like, I don't know, playing Mario and getting trophies and achievements on your other consoles. Like, what would interactivity even be? Do you even, like, what is this rumor even suggesting? Or is that just the word they're using?
That was pretty much it.
Okay. So, yeah, I stand by my my guess that it just means you can access Nintendo services through the browser.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, So is Nintendo now PC gaming because it's going to work on a PC?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They've already.
I can go on a PC. Well, I guess technically Nintendo is PC gaming because I can emulate a ROM.
No,
Virtual
that's
Console
don't
ROM.
get out of here. Don't be a dumbass. But yeah, it's gonna have more PC friendly. Like, yeah, they're saying it's gonna run on a PC, and the PS4 and the Xbox One are basically like baby PCs. So to me, it makes sense.
Yeah, D player. I mean, it's supposed to. The NX is supposed to be involved with the PC and smart device. That's part of the ecosystem. Let's not forget about the ecosystem graphic.
Yep.
I think that's my favorite graphic ever. I think it's the only graphic I ever talk about.
Remind us, Shawn, what lives inside the Nintendo ecosystem?
Well, in the ecosystem graphic, you have, I mean, you have to go like this when you talk about the ecosystem graphic.
Because she's round like that, right?
That's how they made the picture. You have smart devices, PC, NX, Wii U, 3DS.
What were those last two?
Wii U and 3DS.
Coexisting with the NX.
Yeah, they're all made by Nintendo. I could live with that.
Yeah, I could live with it too. So to those who say the Wii U is dead, not so much. All right, anything else that you had on this topic? Those were kind of the big ones, as we could see by the new Nintendo in 90. By the way, I like what you did with the show.
Thank you, editor of the show.
Am I the editor?
I think people know it's not me.
I have to say, the news box is a nice touch.
Shut up. The NX is going to be a third-party only system, mark my words.
If the NX becomes a third-party only... Oh, so the Wii U would have all the Nintendo exclusives and the NX wouldn't?
Elaborate. He's elaborating, you can segue into something else.
Yeah, I don't...
It's already confirmed. I tried to say that.
Yeah, achievements on the NX, that's gonna be fun. Oh my god, that's gonna be... Ugh. Gotta lose so many more hours.
Nintendo making the NX as a PC to pander to third parties, needing excessive... Okay, see, we kind of went that route, though. If you watched the episode where we had Rerez on here, we explored that route of the NX essentially being like a PC or like a Steam box or something, which is a realistic possibility, I think, still to this day. But like I said, I mean, with you have to run the rumor because you don't want to not.
Everybody else is running it.
Yeah, you don't want to be the odd man out. That's the thing with rumors. Like, you run a rumor. If the rumor is exclusive to us, it's because myself or someone I know or trust on the website has cleared it with me and others. Because your ass is pretty much on the line with that. When everyone else is running a rumor, you're pretty much just spreading the information along because if all the other Nintendo websites, I think there's other Nintendo websites, I'm not really sure, are running it, you don't want to, you want your readers to also be informed of the possibility. So, I mean, yes, rumors suck, but, I mean, they spark conversation, which is why I don't mind them, because conversation is good. It's good to hypothesize
and it's fun
about things.
It's also fun.
And it's fun. So, you have to... Rumors have been around forever. I mean, think about the video game magazines back in the day. Like, the rumor section was one of the funnest sections, and sometimes the things would come to be, and sometimes they wouldn't. That's what a rumor is. Remember
when you had to do all those crazy things in Mario 64 to unlock Luigi, or to revive Aerith in Final Fantasy VII?
Or Shenlong in Street Fighter?
I didn't know about that one. What was that one?
Oh man, it was an April Fool's joke that EGM did that ended up, like, people thought it was legit for years.
Really? It was like just a crazy code to unlock Shenlong in Street Fighter?
No, you had to do a bunch of stuff. You had to do a bunch of crazy stuff.
Did you have a lot of kids at your school growing up where, like, during recess they're like, oh, I swear you can do this in a game. You just gotta, like, do A, B, C, D, E.
Of course. I think everyone did.
I wonder if that still exists in schools, like with the internet around. I wonder if kids can still get away with that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They'll never know the joys of walking 30 miles in the snow. It's why Shenlong exists too.
Cool, man. I remember that. All right, so the next, going into our other big headline of the week. So we got so Sega's trying to basically make some noise this year, right? What is it? The 25th anniversary of Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sega's promising some new things this year. There's supposed to be a big Sonic announcement in February, mid-February, but they've already revealed one thing last week, which was the Sega 3D Classics Collection, which comes with 9 games, all remastered in 3D. Is that correct, Shawn?
Yeah.
And there are 2 exclusives.
Yeah, because like all the games that they're releasing, you can purchase individually on the
Virtual Console?
On the Virtual Console for 3DS, except for 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. And those 2 are Fantasy Zone 2, Maze Walker. Now the other 7 games, in case you're interested, is they're Power Drift, Puyo Puyo 2, Fantasy Zone 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, Thunderblade, Galaxy Force 2, and Altered Beast. So Shawn, we all know you're a massive, massive Sega fan, huge into that retro scene. What do you think about this package?
It's very good. It's $29.99. You also get all the themes that were available. You get like a Game Gear theme for your 3DS, a Saturn theme, a Genesis theme. I think there's like 6 themes you get with it as well. You're getting 9 games if you value them at, I think they were $3.99 a pop. That would be $36 if you bought them all individually plus the theme. So you're looking at, close to $50. You're getting the whole collection on a physical thing for $30. Good deal. And I honestly hope they do more, like with Space Harrier, Outrun, Sonic 2.
And this is
what's the fighting game? The fighting game, the beat 'em up. It's not Final Fight. Final Fight is Streets of Rage. Jesus Lord.
Streets of Rage. And these are all fully remastered in 3D, so that you actually get some cool depth of field, right?
Yeah, I have like 1 or 2 of the 3DS remasters, and I really liked them. Because you could do it so that the 3D either goes in or it pops out.
Yeah. I got Gunstar. Is it Gunstar Heroes?
Yeah.
I got that one on my 3DS, and I turned the 3D off. It was terrible. Like, I heard a lot of good things about Sega's 3D collection. Not just you, though. Not just you. A lot of other people.
You have glasses, I think.
Maybe the 3D algorithm does mess up with glasses. But yeah, a lot of good games are missing though from this classic collection. Like, why not put more Sonics? Where's Gunstar Heroes?
Because it's the earlier games, and they're all like arcadey, so they all make sense together.
What about
Gold?
Was it Golden Axe Sega game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of their flagship franchises as well. Why not put Golden Axe on there?
Mm-hmm. Am I Sega?
Yeah.
What is that noise?
It's a phone. Sorry.
Throw it against the wall. No nuts.
I just find, I don't know, like when you have a package like that next to Nintendo's classic collection, NES Remix, it's a little lackluster, don't you think?
NES Remix is entirely different.
It's huge, yeah.
You don't play the whole game on NES Remix. You play segments of it.
Yeah, it's a whole other game.
This, you play the actual complete game. So to me, that's apples and oranges.
I agree.
So why bring it up?
I was just thinking out loud.
You don't see Nintendo doing a whole thing, a whole compilation for games that they can make $5 on the eShop for.
Of course not, because they don't want to devalue their games. That's their whole strategy. Never drop the price so you can keep charging for 30 years.
And I think, and the sad thing is, if you look at what like the top sellers are, they're constantly in the top sellers, so it works. Like, no news box spin-off show. No.
Yes. Shawn and the News Box. We're going to turn it into a sitcom.
God almighty.
And we're gonna give the news box a voice. Shawn, did you get the chicken tonight? I don't know. Obviously, I'm not gonna write the sitcom.
That would be bad.
You do a better grandma Italian voice or angry wife voice than I do. Can we hear your grandma accent?
My grandma's accent?
Yeah.
What are you doing? We need to get the chicken. We need the chicken for the stew. We gotta put it in the stew tonight. I got the pasta. I got the rolls. I don't have the chicken though. Sorry, Grandma.
That's what the news box is gonna sound like.
But also, because we're kind of moving...
Oh, shit. No, we're not moving slow, but we are.
Also, the second part of it is, of course, the Sonic thing that everyone is hoping for this year. You know, something new from Sega. Of course, Sega said last year that you would see a return to form in their quality of their
They've been saying that for 10 years. Like, shut up.
They've been saying that for at least 10 years. Whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. Sonic is dead, and the only reason to talk about Sonic in 2016 is because there is a large following. Like, Sonic fans are crazy, and if you talk about Sonic stuff, you'll get people watching, you'll get people talking because of the small, I wouldn't say it's even small, I would say moderate sized and vocal fan base. So
They should use the old Sega intro. Sega.
do you know that in Australia it's pronounced Sega?
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Whenever I'm talking to Wood or something and he says something about Sega, he'll go, "Oh yeah, for the Sega." I'm like, "What the fuck? What's a Sega?"
That's like,
it's a Sega. No, mate, we call it Sega.
well, if you're gonna use an Australian accent, I don't care what you call it. That sounds beautiful either way. Oh, Sega. And I got shocked because only recently did I discover in parts of the world do people call the SNES a SNES. I'm like,
Same thing. Wood.
what?
Like,
Play this on my SNES. Like, your what?
Yeah.
Your snake? No, my SNES. What's a SNES?
Evidently, that's more popular though. A lot of people, like even in America,
Yeah.
stuck to it. But
Like South America, like in the southern part of the United States.
I don't get it.
Are you considered south or north?
No, I'm in North Carolina, so I'm south.
Ah, okay. What?
I'm in redneck territory.
Ah. All right.
But I don't really talk to people in this state because they all disgust me.
Or you've already burned bridges with every single one of them.
That too.
All right, enough about us. Let's feature some Nintendo fans. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, so in Class vs. Crass, we don't like to just talk about ourselves and Nintendo news. We also like to showcase some creative Nintendo fans who do all sorts of things, whether it's cover songs. What do you always do? Homebrews or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Art. And today we've actually got... I'm going to go first. You cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I've got a music video here done by one of our very own viewers. What's his name again? He hasn't said anything in the chat in a little while. Oh yeah, there he is, Musufo. So I've got a music video here from Musufo that he put together about Xenoblade. And let me just adjust this over to us so that I can play it for you guys. It's going to look stupid in YouTube, but here we go. This is by Musufo. It's a music video for Xenoblade. Give it a watch. So there you go. That was done by one of our very own viewers. Go check him out. Mustafa, I believe it is. You can click on his name somewhere in the chat, see more of his work. Mufasa. Ooh. Yeah, you either like or hate the music, but still a really good music video put together there. Shawn, who's your fan of the week?
So there's a company. I like a lot of homebrew stuff for old systems. I got this sent out to me last week. It's a game called Haunted Halloween 85 from a company called Cash and Culture. I actually found out yesterday that they're actually a retail store in the Pennsylvania area. They got a couple locations. This is a new homebrew that they put together. It plays kind of like it's like River City Ransom meets Nightmare on Elm Street, I think is the best way to describe it. It's a fun game though. What's interesting about this is like the physical cartridge is kind of pricey, but they're trying to get on Steam right now, and they're on Steam Greenlight, so if you approve it, it'll be on Steam, and of course it'll be a lot cheaper, and you won't have to worry about having a physical good if you don't like physical stuff. Really fun game. The graphics are really good. I really enjoyed the music, the references. The platforming is really precise and whatnot. And after the show, if you want to see, I actually did a review on it. I will say I did a review on it. You can watch here.
Do you talk like a robot all the time?
When I'm typing. So after the show, and after you watch all the Nintendo Enthusiast videos, if you want to click on Retro Gaming 285, you can see a little review I did on it yesterday. So yeah, it's a cool game. And at the very least, if you do check out the review, make sure you check out their Steam Greenlight campaign and give them a thumbs up. It's a cool game. Even if you're not planning on buying it, it'll help them. So I recommend you do that. It's always good to see new homebrew projects. I love them.
Awesome. Before we get into the questions and topic section of the podcast, there's actually one thing. I was just looking at my notes. There's one thing we forgot to talk about, which you wanted to bring up, Shawn, and that was some announcements of Twilight Princess HD, how the gamepad's going to be used with the game. So as we're getting closer and closer to Twilight Princess HD's release, we're getting more and more information. And last week we learned that the gamepad could be used to change Link into Wolf Link simply by tapping the gamepad. So if you remember on the Wii or GameCube version, you had to, I think, summon Midna, then she'd talk to you, then you're like, I want to be a wolf, and then a little animation, and you turn into a wolf. So now you just do that with the touch of the screen. Also, yes. Gyroscope support is coming in the HD remake, right?
Yes. It'll probably be similar to Wind Waker stuff, as far as the gyroscope goes. And I thought the Wind Waker's gyroscope stuff was actually pretty well done. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice addition, and it's kind of I like that they're not really adding a ton of new stuff. They're just adding incremental things, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder if they're still going to see the item wheel that we saw in the Wii version. How did they deal with inventory in the GameCube? Did you play the GameCube Twilight Princess?
No, I played the Wii one.
Okay, just like most people probably did. But yeah, I wonder if you still have the option of selecting your items through the item wheel, or if it's all just going on the gamepad like in Wind Waker. Because I heard it was going to the gamepad, right?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too familiar on that. Ooh, someone is not happy with Twilight Princess HD.
A lot of people are calling it a lazy port, such as Blono S here. And
I don't see why.
I think I don't know about why Blono would thinks it's a lazy port.
I think everyone's pissed about the graphics because Dolphin emulates it better.
Yeah, from what I've heard through the grapevine is that there's a lot of hate on the graphics. People were expecting more. And it's like, well, come on, I don't know. To me, there's only so much you can do with an old game. Like an HD remake, they're not rebuilding the game from scratch. They're just remaking the texture maps and updating that. Your polygons aren't changing, your models aren't changing, and the game's not changing. So to me, like the fact that the visuals are crisper and that you can actually see things in Twilight Princess is a huge improvement, because I remember playing the Wii version. I was just like, oh my god, everything's so gloomy. I get that it's supposed to be gloomy, but everything was all blurry and kind of dark, and you couldn't see that well. And now they kind of like lifted the fog, and you can actually enjoy the game. Did you feel that way?
I loved the game at the time, so the graphics didn't really bother me. I thought it was phenomenal. It's actually probably one of my most underrated Zelda games. So, you know, I'm looking forward to playing it again. I mean, it's been 10 plus years, so I've forgotten a lot about it. The only thing I really specifically remember is the fishing hole, because I used to try to catch the Hylian Loach.
So many people spend so much time at the fishing hole in the Zelda games.
It's the best part.
I definitely don't think it's lazy. I've seen a lot of remakes, and a lot of them are just like pure HD remakes where you just get the texture maps updated. And here you're getting a whole new code inserted, even though it's locked behind the amiibo. You're getting a whole new dungeon. You're getting all new functionality, which means people have actually added to the code. So that right there, it's not lazy. There's a lot of new features added. It's been updated with modern, gaming features, and you're getting a little bit of an HD cleanup. So I'm satisfied personally as a consumer and a gamer.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's all, it'll really be decisive when we have it in our hands, whenever that day may be.
Yeah, and no point in us doing a comparison video. Someone else is going to get to it faster, but I think we're going to really see it in a comparison video. All right. So you ready for the last segment of our podcast? This is where we open up the floor for about 10-15 minutes. Everyone in the chat room, you're invited to toss up your questions or topics. Any topic suggestion you would like the chat room and Shawn and myself to talk about, or any questions you might have for the audience, myself or Shawn, let us know. Anything we talked about today or anything that's on your mind, anything in the Nintendo world at all, this is where we try to be as inclusive as we can. So the floor is open. Let us know what your thoughts are.
Anime Nintendo Choose, Codename Steam, Punch-Out, Wonderful 101, Metroid Star Tropics, and Mike Rider, Splatoon, Star Fox, or Rolling Western. Splatoon makes the most sense.
Anime Nintendo. Punch-Out would be interesting. Wonderful 101's too easy to imagine. Metroid would be amazing. Star Fox would also be amazing.
Splatoon works.
I agree. Splatoon works. What personally I would want to see, I think I'd watch a Punch-Out and a Star Fox anime. Supersonic Amiibo, yeah or nay? Would it sell? I'd buy it.
Talking about Golden Sonic?
Yeah, it's when he goes Super Saiyan, basically.
Yeah, I like Golden Sonic.
Do you know?
How dare you skip Little Jerps 93's question? Why is Shawn the best?
I didn't even see that. I just filter that shit out.
Because I am. Opinions on Suicide Squad? I'm not the person to ask.
Neither am I. It was a clever trailer. I'll say that, clever trailer. I love that they use the Queen. That's it.
Odds on Bayonetta 3 for NX? Good.
Do you think so?
I think so.
When you think about it, I guess she's in Smash now. She has a sequel.
Yeah, she's. They're re-releasing the game.
Sure. Well,
it'll pass 1 million sold finally.
You think so? What are the numbers at right now? Do you know?
They're pretty high. It's over 900K.
So 900.
Stop it! I don't watch Dragon Ball.
You know enough about it to know what that was. I'm gonna go look.
Like these stupid memes.
Yeah, I get angry. I'm gonna go see how much did Bayonetta 2 sell. Ready for it?
Your opinions on the Oculus Rift and its price point? Ha! Ha! That thing sucks. I would buy it for like $100.
Did you know that Bayonetta 2 has sold 970,000 copies as of this podcast and as of VGCharts.com? So when they re-release it, yes, they will probably sell over 1 million. That's exciting.
That is good. It deserves it.
Operation Platinum, a success.
Yeah, it took a while, but I mean, you don't have an install base to really get pissed about it.
I'm going to take this one from William Burgess. Thoughts on a Nintendo-style Skylander game for all or most amiibo to use? I personally would love that, being a father. If you make a game that's like Skylanders, but better controls and better platforming and you aim it more to kids, adults would love it anyway. But like, I think that'd be amazing. Would it dilute the IPs though? That would be my only concern. What do you think?
I don't care. I think they should, but I would have no interest in it.
Would you play like a Samus amiibo next to like Link and Mario? Well, I guess it's kind of like Smash.
Do it like Nintendo Land.
Ah, true. Yeah.
Bayonetta is a bad game and a wasted slot in Smash.
Bayonetta is not a bad game, but it's not for everybody. On its theme alone.
Yeah. Bayonetta is not a bad game. Wasted slot in Smash. That's subjective.
It is.
You should go watch at least the first. No, I will not watch Dragon Ball.
Will you Will you watch at least Dragon Ball Z Abridged? It's a parody.
No,
it's actually funny.
Any of it.
It's funny though.
I don't want to. I'm not interested. You know why I don't watch Dragon Ball Z? Because the animation sucks ass.
Whoa!
Dude, it's like
whoa!
Second, it looks like dog shit.
Even the fight scenes?
It's terrible. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball.
Anything.
Goku's an adult.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does he have golden hair or black hair?
I don't know. I don't care. No anime. I watched a season of Initial D and got bored.
Oh wow, that's more than what I've done. All right, Nintendo fans, we're going to convert Shawn into a Dragon Ball Z fans by the end of 2016. This is our mission for the year.
It's not going to happen. Give up.
We're going to make him watch at least 2 episodes of something. Okay, keep going.
I'm waiting for more questions. What 5 games must Nintendo launch the NX with?
Something gritty.
Yes, there needs to be variety.
Can't have the kitty image.
Honestly, to me, it's easy as Sunday morning. You release your Zelda enhanced for NX for the Wii U. You release Smash Brothers with all the downloadable content for NX. You release a Metroid. You have a good third-party exclusive, and then you have all your hot third-party stuff.
I think there should be
holiday season.
And a Splatoon remastered or something.
No,
Where
too many remasters. If you want to drop a Zelda or a Smash Brothers, but I mean, I guess theoretically you could drop Zelda and kick it back a year.
No.
So then
that would go.
You're not going to have Splatoon and Zelda.
Why not? They're 2 different genres.
I don't know. Shrek for Smash? No. Do you think Nintendo will have a live press conference this year at E3 or a digital-only event? If they're doing the NX, it'll be live. It'll be a 2-fold thing, I think. It'll be live.
I don't think so.
Kingdom Hearts, anyone? Kingdom Hearts is no.
There's 2 people on this podcast hosting.
Will there be a 2017 for any Wii U games? I mean, they still make Wii games, so it's possible. It all just depends. It all depends on what the hell the NX is. Nobody knows what it is. Do you think Devil's Third should have had more involvement with Nintendo in development, or was Itagaki right to do the game he wanted to envision? From a perspective of creativity, he was right. From a business perspective, he was wrong. And that's why it bombed, because Nintendo didn't like what he did, I guess. I still haven't played it. I can't find a physical copy. I'm not getting the digital one. Sorry.
Do you think that the NX will keep the gamepad, or what do you think the controller would be? I think we're going to get a whole new controller, but I think it's still going to support the gamepad, because I think the NX, to be successful, needs to tap into the Wii U exclusive library. You have a lot of gamers out there who have not tried the Wii U because they're snobs. So if you release the NX with some amazing titles and you're like, hey, by the way, you can play all these cool Wii U games that you missed out on because you were a snob, all you gotta do is buy this $75, $80 accessory, which is a gamepad. That would be a smart business model, in my opinion. So I think it will be compatible.
Yeah, I think it will be too. So I guess that Shawn doesn't want Goku in Smash. No, I don't. If you put up like 3 characters and said which one is Goku, I would be like, okay.
He wears orange. Hint.
Do you guys think Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be on the NX if Ubisoft is still working on the game? Maybe. It depends. Third parties don't give a shit about what the name of the system is, what it, blah, blah, blah. They care about if it sells. If it sells, they'll put their product on it. If it doesn't sell, they won't. Simple as that.
How about Mario Kart 8 with all the DLC for NX?
No. You don't want to re-release all these games and then you're in a PS4 situation where you have to wait for the actual NX games. I don't know what Naruto is.
Oh, you poor soul.
Really, a game in the UK normally has 4 or 5 copies of Double Star. Well, in the US, they released like a couple hundred copies, a couple thousand, I should say, copies, period. So, whether or not it'll see a re-release or reprinting, probably not. If they were gonna do that, they would have done it by now. But yeah, I would like the Wii U gamepad to continue. More questions. You have 5 minutes. We'll run 5 minutes over.
Oh, of course. We went a little bit later than we usually go. Do you think the Nintendo NX will let you transfer virtual console games or make you rebuy them, but at a discounted price like they did with virtual console games that you bought on the Wii Store? I think
transfer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think you're going to see more.
Nintendo account.
He says go ahead and then he talks. I think you're going to see more of a loyalty program. We've already heard that the new Nintendo account will have a loyalty program in terms of the more you play, the more free stuff you get. So I think they're going to be a little bit less of a stickler in making you repay them. You know, buying the Wii to the Wii U was one thing because you were buying... Correct me if I'm wrong, Shawn. Were the Wii U Virtual Console games formatted for HD? Or am I just talking BS there?
The Wii U Virtual Console. I mean, like the N64 ones are slightly upscaled.
Yeah, but like let's say when you bought Mario 3 for the NES on the Wii, and then you rebought it for the Wii U, it was formatted in a way on the Wii U so that it actually looked good on an HD screen. Is that not
yes.
right? So there was value. There was actually a difference when you in buying the Wii U version of Virtual Console.
Right.
Like, to me, that's what you were paying for. And the fact that you were getting it for $1 more was a good value. When you're going to the NX, we're already in the HD phase, so you don't need that. You already have that conversion done. It's basically a file that you take on the Nintendo servers, and you're like, okay, so I go to the Wii, you go to the NX. So Nintendo could, as a business, charge you more, but I don't think that they need to. Whereas going from the Wii to the Wii U, there was actually a cost involved in upgrading those games to a HD platform. My thoughts.
Yeah, I would say you're pretty spot on.
Who'd be better at Smash between you two? You should make a Smash tournament. I agree. I think Shawn could put up a good fight. I think
Mac is vicious.
I think it'd be a pretty even matchup. Like, I'm no pro, but neither is Shawn.
You own the Wii U one?
Shut up. I played lots of Melee and Brawl in my day.
Let's play after. You got shit to do, and I have shit to do. Let's play sometime this week on 3DS just for shits and giggles.
So you guys see, I'm on a new set, and I can actually stream games like that now, whereas I couldn't do that at my old place. So yeah, Shawn and I are gonna have a face-off. I'm gonna go buy it. I want to buy it, so we're gonna buy it, and I'm gonna play as Cloud, and I'm gonna beat you as Cloud.
God, I hate it.
Just for
what happened to Samus Aran? Will the unannounced game be a Metroid game? No, the unannounced game is Paper Mario U. What do you predict will be the next second party that'll apply for Nintendo second party, or third party that'll apply for Nintendo second party status? I don't think that really happens that way. I think it's just the way Nintendo works. How they get together with companies to make exclusives for their systems so that they have games for them without having to just have a third-party port.
Did you get the question about the GameCube games?
No, I missed it.
Do you think the Wii U will release GameCube games on Virtual Console?
I thought they were supposed to. I don't understand the Virtual Console thing, because they said so much shit was coming out to it, and then they're just like, no one's buying the system, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love it, but it seems like they'd rather make remakes. Wait. Do you think we will release GameCube? You're already getting GameCube games on the Virtual Console, kind of.
You're not?
You got Metroid Prime.
That's the Wii version.
Nah.
That's one game.
It's a GameCube game.
D, what's going on in the Royal Rumble? I'm missing everything. Do you think the NX will have better hardware? Have Nintendo go back to the powerhouse they were known for, 4K streaming? Now, the 4K streaming thing was part of the rumor, actually, but that kind of negates the 900p. I guess, at the end of the day, if I'm going to look at that rumor, PS4 is bullshit. There's not going to be any connectivity besides stupid browser stuff. I think if it is a hybrid system, then the 900p is for the handheld device, and the console version. It's so hard to talk about because you don't know what it is.
Was that
it's just so hard?
Was that in response to the 4K streaming question?
Well, 4K streaming was a part of the rumor as well.
Oh, I don't think you're going to see 4K in gaming right away.
Capability maybe, but
you're seeing developers are already struggling just to meet 1080p on these next gen consoles. I don't think they're in a place where they can easily go to 4K. We might get a few 4K games this generation, just for that one developer to say like, "Hey, we did it," but it doesn't mean it's going to be a good game. And I don't think we're close. Like, oh my god, the amount of like resources you need to get 4K games. I don't think it's happening before, what are we, 2016 maybe? Like, mainstream 2020 is my prediction.
What would your reaction be if Reggie did porn? I would probably watch it out of curiosity. He would have to say, like, funny things, though. like he's sitting on the bed and the chick walks in the room and it just, like, pans to his face really close and he goes, "My body is ready." And then, like, you know, stuff like that. Speaking of which, I actually pitched a Nintendo porn. Never mind, we won't get into that.
Oh, you didn't finish? Not my problem.
I like it. He just gets up and leaves. The chick's like, "What?"
Where were we?
What third-party franchises do you think are an important audience for the NX to attract a larger audience? I think they're going to focus a lot on RPGs, honestly.
No. Get out of here.
Yeah, because they're not doing that with the 3DS at all. I completely forgot about that. They're not bringing all these amazing RPGs to the system. It's totally wrong of me.
Okay.
Silly.
I'm going to agree with you when I see the 3DS sales do this after all these RPGs come out.
I didn't say it's necessarily... It'll push units in Japan.
I don't know if Japan is even...
It already has pushed units in Japan.
Is Japan the RPG powerhouse it used to be? I feel...
more so than North America.
Is it? Because I feel like they've moved on to the mobile games more so than America.
No. The 3DS still sells well in Japan.
Yeah.
Yokai Watch.
Oh my god. Did I ever tell you about... I went to Japan 2 years ago, and I brought my 3DS and street passes. So I lived in Toronto, and I could go downtown Toronto, which is the biggest city in Canada, and I would not get 10 street passes right away. In Japan, you open your 3DS, anywhere you are, you've always got 10 street passes. You try to clear them, bam, 10 more. You can't walk anywhere without filling up your street passes.
Do you think Nintendo will ever buy back Rareware? No, there's no point. You're buying a name, not the people involved with it. The people involved with it are long gone, and they're working on Project Ukulele.
And it's not what it used to be. The name.
I told you to give me an update on the Royal Rumble.
He said it sucked. He stopped watching.
Did he?
Yeah. He did.
Why does it suck? Well, I just want to watch the Rumble itself.
He said he stopped watching.
This is a good question. I like
No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm about to get on Smash Wii after I save my Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's dance. So there you go. You got Uziel challenging you to Smash. I cannot challenge you to Smash. I don't have the game yet. Shawn, why don't you buy me the game? Come on. Throw a man a bone here.
I sent you Xenoblade! Leave me alone!
Good point.
All you sent me was a controller that I finally got used for.
Whatever. At Cumulative, definitely the Street Pass. I was so busy exploring, I didn't get to spend much time on my 3DS. But yes, in Japan, I grew my army on, what is it? What's that army game on the 3DS Mii Plaza?
I don't play those.
I don't know. You conquer the world. My army grew from like 10,000 to 400,000 in 2 weeks. And I could have gone over 1 million.
Shane?
There he is! Mr. Rerez himself! Mr. Rerez himself is making a cameo appearance soon on a Nintendo Enthusiast show. I'm not going to say which one. Alright.
It's the one nobody likes.
It's the one no one... that's not true. It performs better than that. I got my people. Alright, one more question, Shawn. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, what kind of format for physical games would be... Oh god, I fucked
Do you know how to read?
Format will the physical for games... No, because the question wasn't that great.
Of course.
Now that I'm actually reading it. Will you buy Sonic Boom Fire and Ice? No.
I'll do it.
What kind of physical format do you think the games would be? Essentially, is what he's saying in this day where games range up to 40 gigabytes. It depends, honestly, because you have Nintendo, which is amazing at compressing what they do. That's why games like Splatoon and whatnot. But then again, it's in the same term. You know, Fatal Frame was 15 gigs. I mean, obviously, Blu-ray is the standard right now, so I would have to think it's something along those lines. The cartridge thing is interesting because if it is a cartridge, it's not going to be a traditional cartridge. It'll be more like a flash cartridge because flash media is so cheap.
Why not enough black characters in Nintendo IPs? Do you think Nintendo is racist? Mario's Italian. Link is a fairy boy. Samus, she's a white girl. I don't know. What do you
really, you know.
It could use more diversity for sure. I think Nintendo IPs could get a little bit more diversity. Squid Kids have some diversity. They've got different squid types.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting question. I don't think they're racist. They're Japanese.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Look at a,
Go.
I'm just saying, if you look at a primarily Japanese company, where the population is Japanese, and that's where a lot of the games are being developed, and really there's, you know, it's indicative of the region.
Right. Definitely don't think they're racist. Could they use more diversity? Sure, why not? Just more customization, like let people.
It's a gender fluid thing.
The what?
I don't know. That's.
What are you talking about?
It's the new thing. I'm probably people are gonna get mad at me.
What is that? What? Gender fluid?
You're not a boy or a girl. You're genderless, and you can switch.
Oh.
I watched some Vine compilation. I watched a guy going through and watching one. He's a funny guy. I'm not gonna plug him yet though, because he hasn't done anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Class vs. Crass. You've been a great crowd tonight, and it's always fun getting together every week on Sunday to talk about Nintendo stuff. Oh, man, I sound too happy. I'm annoying myself. Shawn, let us know what we can expect from you this week. What are you working on? Where can we find you? Where can we see more of your ugly face?
So, we got a Final Fantasy Explorers review going up this week. I pitched an idea to Jason about a video that
totally sucks.
We're gonna, yeah, right, dude. That thing is amazing. Oh god, now, oh god.
Ignore. Keep going. Keep going.
Gender fluid. Of course, you can find me writing. These people are funny. Everything.
I lost track. What were you talking about? You got a review coming.
I got a review coming for Final Fantasy Explorers. We've got news and articles and whatnot, of course, on Nintendo Enthusiast, which should be in your your favorites on your thing. If you get bored, like I said, you can check me out here. And I do some retro stuff once in a while on here. I also did a short film on here, totally just out of left field. It was pretty fun though. And yeah, that's really all I have planned for the week. I pretty much do things on a whim, so pretty much.
All right, my turn. So guys, you haven't seen me around much as a host on Nintendo Enthusiast, but I can tell you I've been really busy. As you can see, we got a new set coming up here. I've got a very much new indie corner featuring this beautiful little guy here. And look at that, it's still in the box, and I made a video with it. More on that later. I'll be editing that tonight. I've also been heavy behind the scenes working on some new stuff. Obviously, I've been helping Shawn a lot with some of his stuff. I've been brainstorming shows with Shawn. We've got new content on the way. I've got a huge project in the works for 2016. This isn't one video. This is a massive project, which I'm hoping I can share more with you guys next week. Definitely going to make a big splash on YouTube. What else we got here? Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, you can expect a new video with me in it this week. And I'll be more behind the scenes for a little while longer. But once I'm set up, expect to see more content coming from yours truly. So is that it, Shawn? Can I wrap up? I can close it?
Cumulative, I am Retro Gaming Tube.
Oh my god!
The secret's out. I am Shawn. Yeah, that's about it. Shane will be doing stand-up comedy at a local gas station. So make sure you check that out. And I'm going to get off here and go watch the Royal Rumble. And work on this Final Fantasy Explorers review.
Wonderful. Look out for that review. It goes up on Monday. Is that correct? Tuesday? Tuesday. It'll be available Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be available Tuesday or Monday night, Tuesday morning at midnight.
When you wake up for your breakfast on Tuesday, it's going to be there. Watch it, read it. It's going to be in video and written form.
Yes, it will be. Hopefully the video will be done. I think it will.
Because 2016 is the year we give you 3DS video reviews.
Yes.
Awesome. Keep watching, guys. Keep on being awesome. Love that you support us. We're going to keep making some good stuff here. See you guys next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. I got to push the end button here. Whoops. Did not get ready. Here we go. Roll screen. Oh, that's not the one.